All right, we are officially live. All right, y'all. So thank you all for tuning in. This is like the 5,000th Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever spoiler discussion because everybody and their mama talking about it. So why not us, right?
Boy.
You know what I mean? So I've got some family in the building here. So I'm gonna go around the room, introduce everybody. You plug in your channel. So we're gonna start with Q reviews first. So Q, what up, homie? You've been on my channel. I don't know how many times, man. So I don't even have to introduce your ass, man. But but if y'all knew, it's my man Q reviews here. You know, very talented brother, special effects artist, 3D artist. You know what I'm saying? Does some funny skits with his movie reviews. Has a very humorous take on movies. So Q, go ahead, plug in your channel, man. And what's going on, bro?
Oh, dang. It feels like I'm home again. Thanks so much for having me back on the stream, homie. It's about to be a live discussion. We talking Wakanda forever. Of course, I'm Q Reviews. If y'all don't know me, you know what I'm saying? I do movie reviews and stuff and skits and just be myself and have fun. That's about it. If you want to check it out, just go ahead to Q Reviews with an S. And the guy with the dreadlocks is, it's another guy with dreadlocks that's called Q Reviews, but I'm the funnier one. So, yeah, click on subscribe to my channel, though. I'm just kidding. That's about it, man. I'm excited to talk about Black Panther, man. Let's get it.
No doubt. All right, next we have my man Tajaya here, Blacktastic Media, Renaissance brother, filmmaker, you know what I'm saying, artist, author, poet, you name it, he can do it. This dude can rap, fry eggs, and fucking do your hair at the same time, man. This brother do it all. So got a new movie that dropped last month. What have I done? First time black werewolf story that I know of. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, thank you for coming into the discussion. Plug your channel in and what's going on, bro?
What's up, fam? Good to be here. I'm Tajaya from Blacktastic Media. Like recently dropped a film, my fourth short film, just about 2.5 weeks ago. Earlier this morning, I dropped the behind the scenes footage of the film, so be sure to check that out. I'm just here to support black-owned business, black producers, black movies, black directors, and even if it's a little whack at point, we'll get past it. We'll get past it. Power to the people.
No doubt. Just a point. All right, next we got my man Mike from Did You See That? So also some family regular on the channel here. We got a collab coming up soon with our Arnold Schwarzenegger series. I think it's Predator and The Running Man. So, Mike, thanks for coming in, giving you 2 cents. What you think about Black Panther? And plug your channel in, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Absolutely a blast always to collaborate with you, and also Blacktastic and Q, who I've collaborated with before, and Lovelee been on Z Talks before. So yeah, great everyone together. So yeah, I'm Mike. I cover movie reviews, like TV reviews. Big Back to the Future fanatic. So I cover a lot of Back to the Future content, and recently done like a couple of like vlogs, including like a horror Comic convention vlog. So yeah, a bit of all sorts. But yeah, man, looking forward to the Arnold Schwarzenegger collab as well.
No doubt. All right, and last but not least, got some new blood here. First time on the channel, the Lovelee, Miss Lovelee for Lovely's movie reviews. So welcome. Thank you for taking the time out to come in and talk Black Panther with us. So plug your channel in and what you got going on.
Well, hey, everybody. I am Lovelee from Lovely's Movie Review. I'm repping today. I got my Black Panther shirt on. They were selling them outside the movie. No, I'm just kidding. I already got it. No, I'm so happy to be here. My channel is just about fun. I have a lot of energy. I like to talk about movies, and I'm so glad to be here with you guys. Nice to meet you, Q and Blacktastic. I already know Mike and Rashad. I actually would not even be here without these two guys, so thank you guys so much, and let's get it.
Yeah,
stop it, man. You got about to have me cry up in the ear.
That's
true. All right, so I'm gonna play a little trailer real quick, man. Let y'all know what we about to get into here. So after the trailer plays, we're gonna get into it. All right.
Sweet.
All right,
That was dope. Man, that was dope.
Appreciate it.
Dope intro.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty good, bro.
Appreciate it. Yeah, look, that trailer was more exciting than the movie itself. Uh-oh. I done started it. All right, let's get to it. I'm going to start out first. I'm going to kick it off. Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever. I was really highly anticipating this one. You know, I had high hopes for it, even though I knew it was challenging to do a movie like this without the god Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, man. And this is an almost impossible task to pull off. But I had faith in Ryan Coogler. I had faith in everybody involved. You know, mostly everybody's back for this one around. So I went in with very high expectations, you know, even though I probably shouldn't have, but I did. I brought my kids with me. We watched it. Afterwards, I was like, I didn't hate this movie, but I left feeling very kind of disappointed a little bit. Felt a little let down. Felt like I didn't really get it. It didn't feel like a Black Panther movie. You know, you could feel Chadwick's presence missing in this film. You know what I mean? But it was all right though. Like it wasn't bad. I just, for what I expected, it just didn't live up to my hopes. So if I went in with low expectations, I probably would have enjoyed it a little bit more. But for me, it was just all right. I gave it a C in my review. So I'm gonna start from the bottom. So I'm gonna start with you, Lovelee. What did you think of Black Panther 2: Wakanda Forever?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like if we say we didn't like it, that's a little conflict that I have with myself. If I say, "Oh, I don't like it," it means that I don't respect the fact that he's passed away. I don't respect the Black Panther type of franchise. And that's the part that was hard for me. But I felt they played on that. They played on that fact, because if we said, oh, well, it was kind of boring. Oh, well, why isn't it boring? It was boring to me. Personally, it was boring. I felt like it was Marvel. You should have, after you did the tribute to him, I felt like it was time to get it. You know, what was your target audience? You know, I know you have a 6-year-old, I have a 9-year-old. What was your target? Because I really did not think that it was up to the level it could have been. You could have cut out a lot of the dialogue and did more action.
Cool. I totally agree on that. Mike, what about you, man? What'd you think about the movie?
Yeah, kind of the same as you both. You know, I think with this project, like probably all of us, we had some expectation going into this movie. Chadwick left a massive legacy, and still it's not filled, in my opinion. But yeah, you know, I went into this movie thinking, okay, surely it's got to be like the best Marvel's done all year, because they've done pretty bad this year, in my opinion. And you know, I was intrigued going into the movie. I had high hopes. I liked the first movie a lot, and yeah, leaving the movie, I felt it was fine. But I felt like a lot of the emotion was missing from the movie after the first opening tribute to Chadwick. And I felt like it started to be a serious movie, but then towards the end, they were going back to kind of like goofy Marvel style. And I was just like Lovelee, kind of like, who was the target? Like, was it more of a serious audience, or was it more trying to pander more to the kids, you know? So, yeah, an okay movie, but could have been far superior.
Great.
All right, cool. Respect. All right, Blacktastic, what's your thoughts, bro?
Man, last year I had no expectations at all for this film.
Right.
I was praying for my man Ryan. I was like, dude, why did you take this on?
Okay.
As a director, Disney would have seen me in court suing my black ass. I would have walked away from the project.
Right.
There was no way to make anybody. It was not going to make the black people happy. It was not going to make the comic book nerds happy. It was a daunting task.
True.
And then that teaser trailer dropped. I was like, oh, he did it.
Right.
He did it. Oh, my bad. Then I seen the movie. I was like, he almost did it. He almost did it.
Right.
My heart goes out to both the Boseman family and Coogler's family, man, because, man, they're going to tear that man's ass up because of it. And it's not cool, but it is what it is. That's what happens when he's silent with that mouse. Yeah. You might get a noose around your neck later.
Yeah. I mean, well, I just want to add to that real quick, man. Yeah, so you could tell by watching the first Black, because I rewatched the first one last night, and you could tell they really took their time and really, you know, worked on the script, fleshed out everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell they really took the time and effort to really make a good movie with that first one. And this one, it's like they had a whole nother script, a whole nother plan they had. So when Chadwick passed away, it's like, shit, We got to scrap that, start from the bottom again, and hurry up and come up with something real quick so we can have it out on this date. You know what I'm saying? That, and like you said, that's the problem with Disney is that once they have a date, you have to put it on that date. I don't give a fuck how bad the CG is, how bad the script is. We have to have that out. But as a result of that, the product suffers, and it has been suffering for a few projects now. You know, She-Hulk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree, man. So Q, man, what's up, man? What you think? What you think about the movie?
Yeah, for the movie itself, I think I scored it a 3.8 out of 5. I enjoyed the movie. I thought the acting was very well, probably some of the best acting in the Marvel movie since the other Black Panther. To be honest with you, and I think the set design of the of their clothes and everything, I think that's worthy of an Oscar. I think Angela Bassett's performance is worthy of an Oscar. But I think, like you said, Rashad, I think that they had a movie and it was ready to go and put it together, and you had to scramble to almost probably make a new movie. You know what I'm saying? Which probably is incredibly difficult. And Ryan Coogler, like he said, he almost did it, but it's something missing in that movie. Not just Chadwick Boseman. I think it's something with the story structure itself. The script is just not as strong as the as the first one, and I think it's just a little bit mixed bag of it being all over the place. But there are still moments in this film I truly enjoy. I did enjoy. We're talking spoilers now, so I did enjoy her seeing Shuri become Black Panther. I don't know, like when they shot the scene when she came down, they panned up. I kind of got chills. Like that kind of worked. You know what I'm saying? And then in the memorial for Chadwick Boseman, like I said in my review, I've never cried in a movie ever. But I don't know what it was. Maybe the moisture in the air, the precipitation. I was like, you gonna get me, bro. It was like, oh boy, there it was. That ET tear came down. I was like, it got me, bro. It got me. And then when they set him up in the ship with the coffin, I was like, I was mourning for the person, you know what I'm saying? More than anything, I was mourning for Chadwick Boseman and the legacy, of course, he left behind with Black Panther. So those type of things got me. So that's why it's a little higher on my radar than like completely. I don't think it's an awful movie at all, but I think it's just, a jumble. It's just jumbled. It's not the film it could have been because of they had to rush to do the script, I think,
Right. Well, you know what? I was confused for the opposite reason, Q, because I'm a big softie. I'll be the first to admit I will cry. I don't give a shit. Okay, Toy Story 3 made me cry. All right,
that almost made me cry.
I'm a crier. You know what I'm saying? Even with the Fast and Furious, which is a ridiculous series, but when they did that Paul Walker tribute in Fast 7, I was a water bag. So I knew coming into this, I said I'm gonna need a whole bunch of Kleenex to get me through it. And I don't know what it was, bro, but for some reason, it never took me there where I'm shedding a tear, and I'm even trying to force myself, like, trying to cry, but I'm like, I can't get it out. Like, why is it that this is not hitting me the way it's supposed to? I mean, well, let me ask you, like, anybody can take the floor. Did anybody else besides Q get like that emotion where you wanted to shed a tear, or did you come close to shedding tears? Any of y'all?
I came close, didn't cry. The intro made me choke up, but I didn't cry. The end almost got me. If it had been 30 seconds longer, I would have cried. Because when Sherry was crying on that beach and looking out and the fire was burning, I was like, And in the same breath, the intro of the movie and the end of the movie felt like Ryan Coogler's movie. Everything in the middle, I did not feel my brother's presence like his previous films. And it's funny, but it almost got me though, but not quite.
Well, that probably answers the question then, because like movies where I do shed a tears because I'm on that journey through the whole movie with this particular character or this particular situation. So by the end, when it comes to a close, and it's like I'm missing that because now I've been on this journey with you all the way, and now it comes to an end and you die. I'm a water bag. So you answered my question, because the beginning and the end is the only time I felt Chadwick Boseman's presence.
Right.
That was it. The rest of the movie I didn't. So I guess that's why it didn't affect me as much. Mike or Lovelee, like, what do y'all think?
Well, Lovelee, do you want to go first?
Well, I think, thank you, Mike. In the beginning, yes, I was choked up, but I didn't cry. And I don't know if I was holding it in or what it was. I just felt it like, okay, I think I felt everyone in the theater with us. We were barely breathing when we saw that. We were like, oh, like, man, oh. And then the things come up. We were like, yes, oh. And then it was like, it was over. Let's get started. So if the beginning would have went a little longer, possibly, but it was just a feeling of sadness because he is gone. But I did not actually shed a tear. And that was surprising a little bit, but I don't know if it's because we went into it already knowing he's passed. I'm not sure. What do you think, Mike?
Okay. Yeah, I completely agree with all you guys. Yeah, like that opening first 10-15 minutes for me, I felt was one of the best parts of that movie, period. Like, you know, seeing like the traditions of these people in Wakanda and how they kind of celebrate like a funeral, but also pay homage, and how the coffins go up into like the ship. I was like, well, where the hell's that coffin going? Is it going to be like a burial ground where people can pay respect to it in the future? Is it just you don't get that answer?
Right. Okay, that's
so
true.
When they show that pattern of him on the coffin, I was like, oh man,
that's right. Yeah.
But then also the fact that they play it where they also make it where it's not just like the child has died. They played a media where Shuri's responsible in a sense for his death, and I thought, wow, okay, this gives her like a big arc to her character, immediately feeling this guilt. And man, when that logo played with no music, just
that was deep.
That was deep.
And just when that finished, I was like, this is probably the last time we're ever going to see him in kind of like in a big span of time, you know?
Right.
And that bit, like, even talking about it, I get goosebumps. I didn't cry nearly. But yeah, that opening, man, something else.
Oh yeah. We read a couple of comments here real quick. We got Malik the King. As cool as it was to see Killmonger, I'm overthinking about thinking how the hell this head broke. Yeah, well, they say when you die, your hair and your nails keep growing. So I guess so.
Hey, Rashad, if that's true, when you go to Ancestral Plane, you're going to be like Gandalf with that big hair and beard.
What? Finally.
Like
my ball not going to fill in. Finally. I choked up a bit with the Silent Barber logo. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was dope. General Zod, okay. General Zod's Phantom Zone. Yeah, so I probably should have had him on the chat too, because General Zod, he prides himself on being the bad guy, and he has hot takes on a lot of stuff. So he actually commented on my video the other day saying that he hated the first Black Panther and he really enjoyed this one more.
Whoa!
So I heard that a lot.
No.
yeah, we're gonna have to have a conversation about that, man. I'm like, wait a minute, did we watch the same movies here? Let me tell you. About maybe 10 years ago, I probably could have pulled that off when I had, before I got my dad bod. But I can't pull that shit off now. Shit, you see me back in 2012, shit, you couldn't keep the shirt on me. Bucky and Sam should have paid some sort of respects.
Agree.
Yeah, I mean, it'd been cool to see a couple of other Avengers in there, paying their respects. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
My man, Cinematic Cyrus.
All right, so let's get to the highlights of the film. So to me, the highlights definitely was Angela Bassett. Yeah, she definitely like y'all said, she put an ankle in that shit. She threw everything but the kitchen sink in that performance, man. Like she like channeled something that I guess was like deep inside that she hasn't pulled out since Anime Bullock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was so. Yeah, there was a couple like when she had that speech at the no, not the speech where she fired Okoye. She she said, "I am the queen of the most powerful nation in the world. My entire family is dead. Have I not given everything?" Like she put her all into that shit. I said, "Ooh."
Yeah, she did.
Auntie, man, yo, I thought Okoye was gonna get an ass whoop.
She had alligator tears too. Like
you know what I'm saying?
She got a whooping. You know what I'm saying? She had the big logs.
She went full auntie on us. So yeah, I think every single Angela Bassett I thought was magic. Namor, I thought did his thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not a Namor purist. Like I don't like know him from the. I mean, I know him from the comics and stuff, but I'm not like a very I don't know much of the lore of him. But the way this actor portrayed him, I thought he did a great job playing that role. As the villain. And to me, the action when the action happened, the action was good, but there wasn't a lot of. There was like one scene with Namor when he attacked Wakanda, and then the end, and that was it. That was it. There's no other action sequences that I could think of that was like, damn, that was badass. Right. Oh no, the one where Okoye fought the one dude, like near the beginning where they were on the bridge fighting, he knocked her in the water. Yeah. But other than that, the action wasn't. It was just too far few in between. Yeah. But when it happened, it was on point. But to me, the Wakanda attack and then Angela Bassett was like the highlights. Other than that, everything else was kind of boring. What about we'll start with let's see what I start for the bottom first. Okay, so Q, I'm gonna start with you first.
Highlights of the film. Yeah, I was feeling some type of way that, of course, the beginning. I love the memorial. Come to think about it, I didn't cry until they showed that picture of Chadwick Boseman up there with that scene in the trailers, and then I seen that. I was like, man, you can't do that, son. Like you can't do that to me. You wrecking my shit right now with this. You know what I'm saying? I felt a couple ways. So of course the memorial is one of my favorite scenes of the film because he paid tribute to his friend more than the character of Black Panther. He paid, and I'm and a lot of people like recast the actor. The actor's bigger than the role. People were losing their shit. I'm like, this was a human being. You know what I'm saying? He's more than T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? He's Chadwick Boseman, who would have got an Oscar. I would say 5 years down the line, he was that talented. You know what I'm saying? So that would touch me, I think, in that moment because it was like. I was at, a memorial for this, this wonderful human being, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool that the Black Panther stuff is around it. So that was definitely a highlight. And here's another highlight. I was ill in my feelings for the next like 10, 15 minutes. And then M'Baku called Koye a bald head. You bald head demon. Dude, I laughed so hard, dog. I was like, thank God for that joke because I was like really caught up. And other than that, I like the Namor fight scene when he attacked Wakanda when he was going under the water, attacking the ships, flipping upside down. I thought that was very well done action scene. And of course, Angela Bassett can be nominated for an Oscar for that performance. Man, absolutely, she was good. Yeah, I haven't seen her that good in a while, and powerful and beautiful. I mean, it was definitely good. So those are some of my main highlights of the film, and then I liked some of the score that they did with the Namor's people, like the scary sound, like whoo hoo. I don't know how it was, but it was kind of creepy when it was coming up to the boat. So I really like that score that they did on them.
Okay,
definitely. Yeah, that composer, his name is Ludwig something, but he's a frequent collaborator with Ryan Coogler because he scored the Creed movies and the first Black Panther. So talented composer, man. He's one of my favorite new composers right now. Like that guy, he's incredible. Yeah. All right. So Blacktastic, what about you, man? What are some of the highlights of the movie for you?
Man, I might sound like a broken record with all of you guys. The intro and the very end were the two main highlights. When Namor attacked Wakanda for the first time with his people, that was dope. Also, the scene on the bridge, Okoye is fighting the blue people. I thought that was dope. And that's probably, and of course, Angela Bassett when she was addressing the nation. And she was like, oh, really? Then she brought her people in, had them people bound down. She's like, yeah, France, it was you that attacked our ass. And she stood up. Yeah. That was very, very powerful. And those are probably my highlights. Some of the conversations between the ladies throughout the film was very nice. It had a nice touch, but I can count on one hand all my favorite parts of the movie.
Right. Exactly. All right, Mike, what about you, man?
Pretty much what Q and Blacktastic both said, so I don't want to repeat kind of the same things those guys did. I also would say that I really loved Talokan, this underwater like Atlantis world that we get. Especially that shot when like Namor's just like just floating down onto like his throne. I was like, wow, this looks awesome. Only like when Shuri's in that suit, and all he sees is this like reddish kind of purplish just this throne in the city that he has.
Mhm.
I was like, wow, the CG there. I was like, that's amazing. So I really like that, and I also like the soundtrack as well. Like Q was saying, like those kind of like scary tones, or whether it was like in the funeral scene with like the drums and like bongo kind of sounds like was going on. Love that. The only bits of the soundtrack I didn't like was those cheesy pop rap R&B songs they threw in there. I just don't. And like the first movie fitted so well with like Kendrick Lamar, that fits so well. And I feel like in this movie it just didn't fit. I didn't get that emotion like I did that first movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it probably felt like it was out of place a little bit.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally out of place. For me, anyway.
All right. Well, you know what? I gotta say too. This may be a hot take. I don't know, but you can't help but compare Aquaman and Namor, right? So, I mean, not so much the characters, but just Atlantis itself. I'm sorry, Atlantis the DC version of Atlantis looks way better than in this movie. I'm sorry, like it's I guess it's more realistic because the water's more murky, and so like if you would actually go underwater, that's how it would look. But just the way Aquaman looked, it was just so vibrant and colorful, and you see the killer whales, the sharks swimming around. I'm like, damn, I want to live here.
Yeah, it didn't seem as grand though, like they took it more of like more of an Aztec Mayan look, and it wasn't as grand as the DC. DC seemed like Atlantis. But
it felt like they were all holding their breath. I felt like I could tell these people were holding their breath. I mean, whether they were or they were not, I felt like I could tell that they're holding their breath under there, trying to be like, however they did it. I felt like they were kind of holding their breath. So I was like,
it just
for actors, that's what I felt like with that. And
it just didn't feel as grand as Atlantis and Aquaman.
Right, I agree.
Yeah. So Lovelee, I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to quickly just add that it felt more because obviously with Namor, he's saying about his whole city of Talokan was all like hidden and he didn't want anyone to find them. So that's kind of I think why like Aquaman as you shot, I agree. Like it's the bigger picture because it's all underwater, whereas this movie was partial for those scenes, I guess. But I agree with you though.
Okay. All right. So Lovelee, what were some of your highlights of the movie?
Well, actually, my highlights, like everybody, I think we all kind of had the same type of highlights that we liked in the beginning. I did like the bridge. Something that I liked, though, more was Winston Duke. He played like the Jabari warrior. Every time he came on there, I felt like I'm going to laugh. He's like the comic relief. I'm like, okay, cool. Because I felt like a somber feeling was over the movie. I felt bad the whole time that this man is gone. And when they're crying, I can tell they're crying because they miss Chadwick. They really miss him as a human being. And it just gave me a sad feeling, you guys. It did. So when I seen him, I was like, whoo, cool. Okay, he's going to say something funny. It's going to be really funny. So those were basically my scenes. And one of the best ones that I like was when she was trying to dry him out in the little ship part. And she's saying, what is her name again? Shemar, the daughter. What is she?
Sure.
Okay, sure. When she was like revenge, boy, she was like, watching him like, oh, you're about to die. We're about to get it. Like, what's going on? Okay, I can't worry about that right now. We're going to dry him out. He's going to die. And he's like, I need a drink. I need something. That part, I was like, whoo, I didn't want her to kill him, but then I did. I was like, let's get it. Okay, this is pure revenge.
Yeah.
That's one of the parts I was getting really, really involved with it. Like, oh, he's going to die right there. He can't breathe. He's thirsty. He's like, Patrick, water, Sandy, like SpongeBob. Sandy, water. So I
like it when she said, do you want a glass of water? I'm like, that's gangster. That's gangster.
He was parched.
Yeah. No, that was well, that just goes to show how good of a villain he was because he's that guy that you love to hate. Where you got to go down, but at the same time, damn, I like this dude.
Like I kind of but this is it. You about to So
but I was glad they didn't because Marvel is notorious for having a good villain and then killing him off in the first damn movie. Like Killmonger. So I'm gonna read a couple of more comments here. Let's see. The next Black Panther film will be focused on the teenage years of his son transition to the Protector. I wouldn't mind that, like a coming of age story.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, and in the meanwhile, you know, Shuri can still hold, because like in the comics, I believe Shuri she did take the mantle of Black Panther temporarily for a while, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
So that's why I didn't have a problem with her being Black Panther. I like this more than the first Black Panther. Wow, what I want to hear these reasons, man. This one had better character motivations. I think it had a more positive portrayal of Wakanda.
Okay.
I guess that's kind of a true statement, because Wakanda in the first one was kind of shady. They were kind of shady. Got a lot to say about the first one, but lots of great acting. Angela Bassett was top of her game, like when she played. Yeah, like I said, man, like Anime Bullet. And I think that's the last time she got nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
What's love got to do with it? Yeah,
Anime.
been that long.
Right.
Let's see, a couple more here. Why most of the MCU parental figures get killed lately? So I'm going to listen. Your guess is as good as mine, fam.
That's an old Disney trope. Bambi,
That's Disney, though.
Lion King.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you black, you got to die.
Yeah, I mean, you got Nemo. They always die. They bring you down to bring you right back up. Always do that.
Hello, Symbol. I'm your daddy. Oh, damn.
Yeah, damn, you gotta go. So that's you can't be nobody's daddy.
They're killing off a parent or two.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, Namor came first. Yeah, because Namor was 1939 and Aquaman was 1942. So yeah, I mean, I like both characters, but I'm just saying in the movie, as far as the movies go, I think DC did a better job with Atlantis and in the Aquaman movie. All right, a couple more here. So, how did T'Challa pass if he had the heart-shaped herb in him already? Wouldn't that fight off the sickness? It's a good question.
Damn good question.
That's yeah. Unless somebody challenged him to the throne, and they took the power away, and then that's when he got sick. I don't know.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's probably why I like this. DC is all about Summer. No, but DC's about to turn. Have you seen Black Adam, right? Black Adam don't Summer at all.
Bless you.
No, Black Adam was badass. Actually, shit. Yeah, y'all might crucify me. Look, I enjoyed Black Adam more than Wakanda Forever.
Man.
You got a point.
Well,
you got a point.
Okay.
I think we have kids with us, so that's a lot. Sometimes I feel like, okay, well, I can judge the movie also with my son. Like, if is he completely interested in it? Did he have to go to the bathroom? Is he kind of just all over the place? And I want to go home. And with Black Adam, I mean, he was into it the whole time. So that's a little bit of how, you know, I made my decisions on what I feel about the movies. That's how I review some of them. Because if they're your target audience and you have them completely involved, then hey, that's a good movie to me as a parent. You know, but then if he wants to go and it's late and everybody's yawning, I'm looking at other kids in the theater, then maybe that's not the best movie. Maybe they didn't do it that good. So as far as action, that's how I judged them.
Nah, listen, my son, my 6-year-old, right? When we first sat down, he was like, "Yay, Black Panther, hey!" You know, and then about an hour into the movie, he's doing this shit.
Right. They had to plan with the seed. And,
he's leaning in. Can we go now?
Right.
I said, "Boy, we got an hour left, but I want to go."
Yeah.
That's how bad he wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? But yeah, like you said, you got to know who your audience is. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like 89 Batman, kids can watch that and enjoy it, right? Like, you know, Batman Forever and stuff like that. But then you get to the Nolan trilogy, kids won't like that shit. No. But see, us, we'll love it.
Absolutely right.
Even though Batman, but Chris Nolan knows who his audience is. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I think Black Adam is a different audience. It's a big spectacle film. You know?
Okay,
There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
You can mix them.
Wow, Lovelee got a shout out here. Lovely's giving me Raquel from Power vibes.
You guys don't watch Power. Is that a good thing? Oh my gosh, I don't say Power.
Wait, hold on. I think this is my kids coming. Hold on. Let me just give me 1 second here. I'm in a stream. What?
Your daughter left her key, so she can't get in.
What do you mean she can't get in? When she left, what?
All
right, okay. Well,
we can just keep talking.
Did she keep talking? Is she at the door now?
Yeah.
Tell her to come to the door. I'm gonna let in and be quick. All right. Jeez.
See, this is real life. This is real life right now.
Live. This is what you do it live.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, my daughter, she I told her I got some pizza. She's supposed to be coming to get it, but she left her key like most teenagers do. She has the memory of an old person. Jeez, dude, Black Adam killed like 15 people. Right. Yeah, I loved it. But it wasn't like Freddy like slashing murder. It was just throw them in the end and then they just fall.
Mm-hmm. They did that on video games and stuff. So
yeah. Okay. This is a hot take right here. This is my cousin Fantasy here. The Ironheart, I think that's the name character, was a lot for me. I like her attitude. I like that she's toning down. I didn't like Ironheart. I like Ironheart. I'm gonna get up and open the door so y'all give y'all opinion about Ironheart. I'm gonna come back, but I ain't like her character. I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all go ahead.
I like the fact, you guys, that she was a smart Black woman. Like, I will put this out there, like I said in my review, I felt like a strong, proud Black woman watching this movie. I'm not gonna lie, So
yes,
that part I did like, oh, she was smart and but did I think she was needed? Not, I didn't feel that she was needed. So I was like, oh, okay, I love that she was smart though, and her hair with straight backs, and I was like, this is, I love the feeling that I'm getting. I did watch Women King, and I'm like, I'm feeling really good these days. I'm like, they're definitely showing us how we could be strong women. So that's how I felt. Wow, you got back so quick. I'm not even but that's how I felt.
That's for me?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, thank this was just a gift? Huh? Oh, you got me as a gift?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I yelled at you. I'm sorry. All right, enjoy the pizza. Love you.
Got you a clapper, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
man, I feel like shit now. No, I went to the door. I said, "Man, I'm doing the last one. Come on here."
You got back really quick though.
Oh yeah. I don't play around. All right, so what about Ironheart? What did I miss?
I think Lovelee was going. She gave her feelings on Ironheart.
I'm just feeling like a proud Black woman, like a strong Black woman watching this movie. And I like that she was smart. I love that she was smart. I love, she had the straight backs, reminded me of Eve back in the day. So I was like, I love that part. However, I didn't think that she was needed in this movie. That was my.
I agree.
You know what? I'm gonna have to retract my statement. Then her character wasn't terrible, but she just didn't fit in the Wakanda Forever movie.
Right. I would love to see her in something though. It just wasn't for that. That was my thing. I was like, oh, okay, but yeah.
Well, they're supposed to be doing a Disney Plus series. I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Are they?
That's what it felt like they were trying to do. It felt like they were trying to shove this Disney Plus show down our throat instead of giving the character, correct intro, what I'm saying? Because she really, I mean, you don't know why she's doing it, her motivations or anything. She's just kind of doing this. But I wish I wanted to get behind her character a little bit more in this movie, but she just kind of felt like she was there in the film as this extra thing that that wasn't
well written.
Yeah, it wasn't well written at all, even for the actor. And it didn't seem like Kugler directed her acting well in some of these scenes too. Like she got a
I was surprised by that.
Just like she's able to wing it a little bit. Yeah.
And to me,
a little bit. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, to me, that was the biggest elephant in the room. It felt like number one, Chaswick is gone, and my man Kugler and his team is mourning. Got to write a new script, and then 3. Disney had their imprint all over this movie. You had to have Ironheart. You had to have that one chick married to the white dude in this movie. And they both go back to that Disney Plus shit that I don't care about. See, I'm of the demographic. I don't read comic books. I don't watch cartoons. I don't care about none of that shit. I want to see a movie. Now, from a Black standpoint, this is a great Black film. Black, beautiful people, smart, strong. Exactly. As a superhero movie, it's definitely subpar.
I didn't like.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. But on that note, now Shuri being Black Panther, I liked her arc. I like how she was written because you do feel by the time she takes on the mantle of Black Panther, it was earned. Because she went through a lot to get to that point. So when she donned the suit, it wasn't like, oh, this is whack. But really, she's a. I mean, I bought it. I mean, even though she's a bag of bones, I really can't see
Like,
what
she looks
nobody
like a greyhound. Like she is so yeah, they didn't want to like bump her up just a little bit. I mean, she was hidden.
Yeah, I mean, and no, this is no diss to the system, man. But come on,
No,
you look at Okoye. Okoye got some size on you. Even
Man,
Angela
if
Bassett.
she would have put on that
Angela
suit
Bassett
dress.
still has the deltoids from 1993 when she
Oh,
played
wow.
animated villain.
Yeah, them shoulders was on point, son. Her shoulders was on
Like
point.
these women
Yeah,
are
just
strong and
out of
swollen.
arms,
Here comes
yeah.
Fury like this. I'm Black
really,
Panther.
listen, I'm like, man.
Her suit was ill. I loved her
I didn't
Killmonger
really,
looking suit.
What you say,
Bro,
Q?
bro,
I loved her Killmonger looking suit. Like when she went to go see Killmonger,
Yeah.
she came back
Yeah.
with a
Yeah,
Killmonger
yeah.
suit. Like,
I
oh,
like
okay.
that.
She ain't I didn't
That was
expect
dope.
that. You know what I'm
I
saying? That
like
was a good
that. I
little
really
a
did.
little twist. I was like, okay, I'm expecting
I
her to
like
go
that.
with Chadwick Boseman's, the Black
Yeah.
Panther traditional, but she was like, oh, you're gonna be like him, or you're gonna be more get
Right,
shit
with
done. I was like,
revenge,
oh
yeah.
shit, and then she grabbed the Killmonger boy. I was like, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know. I like
Well,
it.
yeah, because
I did like
that
that
just
too.
shows like
I
she was
got that
almost
part.
going to the dark side. She
Mhm.
almost
Yeah,
had
yeah.
that force thing where she's struggling. Like she has all this anger and
bad
rage.
morals.
Like she said, if it wasn't for my brother, I want to burn the whole world down or something like that. She said.
Yeah.
And it makes
Mhm.
sense.
Mike, you were gonna say something, bro?
I was just going to say, like, Shuri needed that Shazam pattern in that suit.
She did. That was about an extra small. That was a
Yeah.
small outfit.
Yeah.
Black Panther suit from Wish.com. That's what that was.
Oh man,
That was a good one.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, they could have
Yeah.
did something to make her a little bit more physically imposing. Final suit looked like a Power Ranger. Yeah.
It
Damn.
did.
Oh, you talking my Ironheart suit?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Hey, what's that Disney animated movie? But that big old red dude, little robot thing.
Yeah, Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
It did look like Big Hero 6, son. Perfect. You nailed it. Yeah.
Oh,
I was like,
shoot.
huh? It just didn't fit. The aesthetic just didn't work for me. I was like,
Yeah,
this
Yeah.
cartoony. It doesn't work, bro.
And also, I want to address something here too. It's maybe controversial, man, but I have to address this because, like you said, Blacktastic, Disney is there's like a checklist that every Disney movie has to pass. Okay,
Yeah.
and one of the things on that checklist is representation of the LGBTQ, which is fine. It's fine, but it was so unnecessary here. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what part was that? Wait.
When she kissed homegirl on the forehead.
Yeah, when the main bodyguard chick was sitting down,
He
and
was
the one girl
with
walked by and
her.
kissed her in the, yeah.
He was with her. I just
Yeah.
thought it
Right.
was like a girlfriend's type, like not girlfriend, but you guys remember the show Girlfriends, like being
Right.
a cool. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if she would said thank you, love, that probably would have came across as girlfriend, but she said thank you, my love, and like gave her the fuck me eyes. I'm like, they had to do it. They had to do it.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was wondering, but I was just like, okay, I'm done with this. This is more action. Okay, I got
and
it.
they alluded to it in the beginning of the movie when they was fighting that little research center. She really got mad. I told you not to brain those. Remember, she got really upset. I'm like, damn, she's kind of mad about that.
Right.
Yeah, because she was mad because she was tapping that ass, wasn't listening.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I mean, like back in front of the ball.
Listen,
now it's coming together. I feel you. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, but like this, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like when you just shoehorn it in, like when you just put it in there just for the sake of it being in there.
It didn't need to be
has
in there.
nothing to do with the story of the movie. It's just like,
yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about it. There's the kiss on the forehead.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what?
I thought they were tight. Yeah.
No, they was knocking boots.
Right. It was tight, all right. Right.
It was tight, yeah. So right now you can't have
Bald
anything
head
Disney
demon.
without that.
Without that now, unfortunately.
And then of course I gotta explain that to my son, like, why do you do that? I'm like, they're just friendly, son, that's all.
Right. They're just
damn Africans.
Yeah. I mean, I can hear some people now, really, Rashad, really, I'm not homophobic and none of that stuff, okay?
No.
You live how you live, whatever floats your boat, whatever tickles your Twinkie, go ahead and do it. But the way I raise my son is the way I raise my son.
Exactly. And we
all.
have to explain that to our children. And I've had children basically my whole life. I have 4, and for every era, I have seen every era. And with my son now, who's 9, it's kind of it is a topic. You have to bring it up. They love each other. they love each other like that. You have to, and
Right.
it makes it hard for us. It's hard enough being a parent, and then you got to throw that in. It's like, oh, okay, well, you know,
Yeah.
but things
But
work.
like I said, as long as it fits within the context of the movie and the story, like I have no problem with it.
Just
You know,
evolve, right.
yeah.
Right.
So I mean, I have no issue with that. So yeah, I mean, get off that topic, man. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Can I just add something to it? It's kind of with this topic, but kind of off the topic.
Okay.
The women representation in this film, I thought was amazing, and I didn't think it was forced down the movie's throat. I mean, we lost the king. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you got all these women in place, and I think they stepped up to the plate because they had to, not because like Prey, like the movie Prey. Like I don't think a little like 16-year-old girl can be the full grown predator. Like that'll make
Hell
sense.
no.
Thank you.
Hell
They don't
no.
have any skills, fighting skills like this didn't make sense. But this
that's
worked.
true.
Yeah, it's like chess. Like you lost your king, and then all
Now
the bishops and the
yeah,
queen came
queen.
through to finish the game. And
I love
so
that.
that's how I looked at it. I like
I
that
love
about
And
the
it's
film.
been well established. It was established in what's that city? Civil War, how strong the women were. And then the first Black Panther, it was already established.
Right.
And that's what hurt me the most, because Ryan Coogler did his movie in the MCU universe with the Black Panther. This one, it felt like, okay, you're under contract, brother. You're going to do our movie, but you're going to attach your name to it.
Right.
And right now he's getting all these stones cast at him. Not even his fault, I don't think. It's just Disney is too big of a empire.
Yeah.
And once they got their claws in you, I mean, look what they did to Sam Raimi. They told Sam Raimi's ass up for that last film he did for Disney.
And I like that movie. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's about Multiverse of Madness, right?
Yeah, man. It's just you got the comic book people, then you got the movie people. I think they fight amongst each other.
Anyone happy with that though? That's
you can't win.
What is your
can't win.
target? They don't really care exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I say, but then again, I'm not Kevin Feige. Nothing. I'm just a small YouTuber. But I say, if you give the movie to a filmmaker, let them make their film. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, as a filmmaker, Blacktastic, I'm pretty sure if somebody came to you and said, hey, I want you to make this film, and you already have, you know, as an artist, you already have in your mind how you would like to do it and everything. They say, no, but we want this, and this, not this, and this, and take out that, and that. Okay, go make it, you know. And then you put your name.
We're going to give you money for that. We're going to give you a lot of money. We want you to change your idea.
Right.
I mean,
and that's where your integrity comes in. Like Ryan Coogler did 2 successful films without Disney's help.
Right.
You know, Fruit Roll Station, and he also did Creed. I'm like, this dude is great. And then to see him do something that big on that level with that many people of color was amazing.
Right.
And it's just hard. It's hard because you know, money changes everybody. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But me, I'm an old school head. I'm more like I can never see Spike Lee doing a Marvel movie, and I'm more in that camp. I want to do original content that you know is me putting my energy into the screen. If I do a Disney film, I'm gonna get lost in the shuffle. And if the movie's bad, the director always get the heat. Always get the heat.
Yeah, but I think in this case he'll get a pass just because of the circumstances he had to work. So even if the movie, I mean, it's not going to be a flop. This movie's going to make a shit ton of money.
Well, I just see on the screen it made 180 million already. I just see it flash on the screen.
People going to go out. That's our way of showing respect. I felt people came out to show respect when me and my son was leaving. It was a long line for people getting ready to come up in here, and all ethnicities. They were all lined up to go hit these, you know, it was like 2-3 theaters playing of it, and it was just packed. I was like, oh man, I was so happy we beat it. But
you gotta remember, the Browns out. The Brown demographic is coming up for this film because of representation.
Oh yes, absolutely.
You know, and
we
are the 2 lessers when it has a breakdown of different ethnic background that come to these movies. Black and brown is always on the bottom. Now I bet you will be at the top when they break it down this time.
Okay, I agree. I agree.
You know, I want to go back to what Q was talking about how the women, you know, and you know, one of my problems with Marvel lately is they've been like kind of pushing women to the front and pulling the brothers to the back. But I didn't feel that here because, like you said, you know, they're put in a position where they're not. It's not because they don't want a king; it's because we lost our king, and that makes all the difference. You know, so it wasn't that attitude of, well, we don't need a man, you know, we have a bunch of
I don't need no man
to take over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I mean, I did wish we could have got more of M'Baku though, because M'Baku, I thought every time he was on screen, he was brilliant. I wish we could have got more of him. But yeah, I didn't mind the woman empowerment this time because it fit the narrative, it fit the story, and it wasn't forced on me. You know what I'm saying? So therefore,
Exactly.
I was able to accept it. You know what I'm saying?
Adjust it better. Exactly. I
Right,
agree.
right. Mike, you look like you have something to say, bro. What's on your mind, man?
Now I've just been listening.
We just been going.
He's like in black. He's like in Black History class right now. This is interesting. This is quite all right.
Black History class.
I'm on board. Sign me up. Yeah, I mean, I guess what I'll say is kind of like just what Blacktastic was saying about Ryan Coogler is like, again, that first opening scene felt like him. And then, like with Ironheart and like Val and Ross, that felt like Disney was like, right, put this in for a series down the line. Tough. We don't care what you do, write it in. Because I mean, like they have like jokes about fucking Peloton exercise bikes in this movie.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
So trash.
And she's like, you've been working out. I'm gonna have to come over yours and go on your Peloton. I'm like, oh, like this is this bullshit I don't like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. Exactly.
That was definitely another thing I didn't like about the movie was Ross and Valentina. I'm like, they could have just left them out of the movie altogether.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That security guard. I'm sorry. That's the FBI agent. Is that who that is?
Yeah.
The colonizer.
And he's running to Red Hot Chili Peppers or something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
It's like,
Threw that in there. Kind of didn't go. When
I just feel like what Plastic was saying is like, I agree about Ryan Coogler because at the end of the day, this guy's done a lot of successful movies, as Blacktastic mentioned. But also, I think what Disney are forgetting is that the first movie made 1.3 billion at the box office.
Yes.
He made a successful movie, whether you like it or you don't. Like that's big money. So it clearly goes to show he can make a capable movie that's going to make bank pretty much. He's going to do the same again with this movie. So like, just give him more freedom and not like attach some future TV shit we don't care about, you know?
Right.
That's true. That's true. I think some of the battle too, you guys, though, is you have a lot of pre-COVID things versus now. And, you know, I wanted to say that before. Then you had something like Top Gun that did really, 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 really good, you know, but you still have some people that are afraid to go out to the theater. So you really have to put them out there. So sometimes they'll look at the numbers pre-COVID and then after. And I think sometimes they have to take that into perspective too. I mean, you do have some people that do not want to go out to the movie theater no matter what people say. Oh, no, I'm still not going to go. But then it doesn't matter because I saw that. I'm sorry, you guys, with Top Gun. I mean, people came out to see that Maverick.
Right.
It was like, wait a minute. And the numbers were going back up with COVID. They still came out. So sometimes maybe that doesn't matter. But I do look at the numbers pre-COVID and then after. So
true.
No, people showed out for this one. I'm telling you, I saw it twice. First time I saw it, I slept, you know, through a lot of it. Y'all know me. I was telling Q this earlier, man. And the second time I saw it in Dolby, so I said, okay, I want to get the Dolby experience. Maybe I'll enjoy it more if watching in Dolby. When I say it was packed, like the front row, it was. So I'm seeing my big ass is sandwiched between two old white women and their families, right? So I'm sitting there like this, right? Like, you know, eat my popcorn, drinking my drink, and then the scene where Namor was showing Shuri Atlantis or whatever, I was out, bro. I said, and then the lady looked at me, she said,
you probably on their shoulder.
I snored even louder the second time watching it.
No.
Yes.
Well, we had 3D and it still didn't help. It still did not help.
Well, but you said it earlier that there was just too much fucking fat, too much dialogue. Sometimes I was like,
her script was about this
and
thick.
Get back to the action.
Yeah. I love that in Lovely's review. She's like, man, when Angela Bassett got that script, I was thinking, what the fuck is this?
Man, it was woo. They gave her a lot to remember. Her memory is on point, along with her body is on point because that was a lot. That was a lot.
Okay, let me ask. Okay, when it comes to her, I'll Q up and start with you. How did y'all feel about her death? Do you think that it was wise to kill her character off, or do you think she could have still been around?
Yeah, that was one of my gripes about the movie. I wish they didn't kill Angela Bassett. I mean, at the beginning of the film, we already lost the king T'Challa. Like, then you're gonna hit us with this too? Like, we don't.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to do that. You can, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? You can do something else. I understand what they were trying to do for the narrative of the story to make Shuri like she's the only one left in this revenge tale for her. You know, because what Namor, you know, basically killed her with his water balloons, right? Like he threw the water balloon at her and she exploded.
Water balloons.
Yeah, exploded water balloons. I was like, oh man, like you know, you're like you didn't have to kill Angela Bassett. Like I think
water balloon.
Yeah,
God,
and then like
so
with her performance in this film was so strong, like, and it's gonna make a ton of money. Why not use her one more time, or at least, you know?
Yeah,
she's still, you know, you can be there. So like, I didn't like them choosing to kill off Angela Bassett character, but I kind of understand it for the story, but it wasn't for me. I was like,
I hear you.
Kept her around.
Nah, definitely. Yo, even my 6-year-old, he was like, "This is sad. Like she does. Her brother died. Her mama died.
Yeah."
This is sad. I was like,
Hell yeah.
This is sad. It made the movie more dour too. We're looking for hope in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Then this is like going to the third act, and then like, damn, you take the soul from us again.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Right.
Blacktastic,
what about you? Man, you think it was cool to kill a character off? You think it was necessary?
No, man, I didn't like it, and to see another memorial in the same film again,
that was I didn't.
I'm like, come on, you doubled down on that. It was too much. But I heard one theory, y'all, that made me think maybe it was Angela Bassett's idea, kind of like Han Solo, Harrison Ford.
Right.
She's like, you know what, Marvel, Disney, I ain't your bitch.
After that script.
Getting two movies out of me, I ain't coming back. No, I got Oscar nomination movies I need to do over here. Not everybody wanted to be tied to Disney because they try to get you for a 5-film deal. And just like, oh hell no, you killing me now. If that's the case, because it seemed out of place how she died. It seemed out of place. And I'm like, is she really dead? You know, it didn't make sense. But something tells me, you know, she was like, nah, this ain't Roots. I ain't coming back. I'm done. I'm out.
No doubt, man. All right, Mike, what about you, bro?
Yeah, I completely agree with Q and Blacktastic. One thing I also wanted to add, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but when she's saving like Ironheart from the water, like, you know, like when people like swim upwards, they'll always like this, right? She was like a queen, man. She was like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, this is like
I love this. I love it.
I had to put them deltoids to use, man. Look, Angela fuck you up, man. You know. Listen, Ike had to learn the hard way, man. See, I you know, took a light up in that limo.
Yeah, she had an Ike moment.
Yeah.
This film didn't need more Okoye. They kind of left her character like, yeah. I mean, well, I thought we got enough of Okoye. You know, I think she had a pretty good arc as well. You know, she went from being the general to now a civilian, and she had to kind of fight her way back to get that spot again. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, Ramona getting taken out was so weird and unnecessary, especially considering she had been established. Yeah, definitely double agree. Yeah,
I am. I think it just felt like, as the guy was saying, like out of place. I think this was one of my gripes with my review is that first 15 minutes we've all touched on was just so powerful and so emotional, and after that moment, I didn't feel emotion for the rest of the movie pretty much. And I felt like the emotion was lost. And I felt like when that scene happened, also the CG leading up to that scene was
yeah. I mean, we talked about that. Yeah, you were saying
when he's flying up on them wings to like get to the thing, I was like, this is bad.
It was pretty bad, bro.
It was a couple of scenes. You can tell COVID had a lot to do with it. A couple of scenes with Ubako and him and another guy standing next to each other. In the background, I'm like, that looked like something you take a picture from in front of Sears back in 1980. I'm like,
right.
That dry ass background. It was bad. All they were missing All they was missing was a seersucker suit and a tie. That's how that was it.
Right.
I'm like,
Someone was strange.
Yeah,
Right.
but
That's
you know,
the mouse.
it's crazy we're having these conversations now about Marvel and bad CG. Like we would figure
Right.
by now, you know, from
By now.
2008, you know,
Yeah.
Marvel should have came a long way by now. Like, you know, to me, I think their peak is with is Infinity War, the way they did Thanos. You know,
Yeah.
when I saw Thanos, I was like, holy shit, Marvel has reached the pinnacle of CG right here with this. And then like it seemed like from there, it's just been downhill with the CG, man.
It's the mouse rushing people, you know what I'm saying? You know, but speaking as a CG artist, you know, I got friends that work on these films and they don't have enough time. So they're literally sleeping under the desk trying to get shots done for Marvel and Disney, you know what I'm saying? And they just be burnt out. And like they say the studios say, just go with it. Just go, okay, we'll just go with this. And that's why in a lot of these projects, especially even on Disney Plus, you're just getting subpar CG. Like Infinity War, they had time to do it. You know, they took their time and budget. Now Marvel movies are coming out 3-4 years. So like, you know, they killing the CG artists, bro. And it's a shame. It's messed up.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Well, Lovelee, I forgot to ask you, what do you think about Angela Bassett's character getting killed off?
Well, now that that Blacktastic told me more about maybe the reason why, I don't feel that she should have died either, you know, but now I'm thinking about like maybe she wanted to die, you know, because it didn't seem like she was going to die. And then when her face didn't come up, you know, my son did the same thing. He was like, she died? I said, I don't know, baby.
Yeah.
He was like, no, she didn't die. And then I was like, she did die. So I think it could have went either way. You could have just made her sick, you know, and then maybe just pushed her to the side for a little bit and gave her the option if she did want to come back. But like Blacktastic said, you know, she probably has so many other things in the works. Let me just kill me off. And then, you know, I already did. I did enough work for you guys because she worked in this movie, so she's probably like, I'm good. So
man, yeah, she did enough to secure some jobs in the future. You know what I mean? She cemented her place.
Yeah,
she solidified that.
Oh, I got another comment.
She don't age either, bro. Like
man, she's backwards. Benjamin Button
in Brooklyn. She must be
how's she in her 60s, bro? Q. How she's in her 60s and she has shoulders like she can still fuck us up.
Yeah.
Well, hey, y'all, I don't know about you. I will let her fuck me up. I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, that hurt. Oh, damn.
Oh, hit me again. Anime.
Oh, man. Yeah, you hit me anime, boy. You hit me, woman.
Sure, she can choke me and call me anime. I'm like,
Fishburne didn't even age like that. She looks amazing.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, got another one here from D Movie Man. Elizabeth Olsen has already talked about how she missed out on doing passion projects and non-Marvel projects.
Yes.
Oh wow, really?
I told you, man. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Like, a la Christian Bale said, "You got me for one movie. I'm not coming back. There's no multiverse in my contract. When I'm dead, I'm dead. That's it."
Oh, wow.
A lot of serious actors. They respect Marvel and Disney, but they don't want to be, because no one gets 5-year contracts. That's unheard of. But Disney, they try to get your ass locked in.
Yeah. And
so once you locked in for those
years and stuff.
So once you locked in for those 5 years, you can't really do nothing else. Oh wow.
Yeah, like my man Danny Kaluuya said, you know what? I'm not coming back. I love what we did, but I want to work with my man over here, Jordan Peele, and do something different.
Yeah, let's go. Starting this. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Interesting, man.
Yeah, Rashad also going to say, respect also to another actor who's kind of stood up to Marvel recently. You guys may have heard about this about Mahershala Ali. I don't know how you say it.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah. You guys heard about the controversy with Blade. Like that script and director, I think, got sacked because he read the script and he's like, "This is trash." You know?
And wasted 2 years of his life. He could have been doing something else. Wasted 2 years of that man's life.
Right. Yeah, because he got Oscars back to back for Green Book and Moonlight back to back, and then like he's waiting in this limbo with the mouse. You know what I'm saying? He could have had another one. You know what I'm saying, on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, he's a serious actor that takes his craft seriously. So
thank you.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure when he saw that script, he was like, "Man, I ain't doing this bullshit."
Right.
He wanted to do it.
That's
Say
He
Well,
really
well,
wanted to do Blade. He wanted to be
apparently
a
he
big part of
started.
it, but he was like, nah. After he seen this, and like, y'all don't know what y'all doing. So that movie got kind of basically got scrapped.
Yeah, it's on the shelf now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Wow. So damn. So I wonder what the future of Marvel's going to be, because I'm pretty sure once the word gets out, no actor's going to want to work for Marvel after that, man. Like once you get a bad reputation,
they gonna
Yeah,
start
man.
giving them checks. The Marvel
giving
checks ain't
more
nothing to
money,
sneeze
yeah.
at. You
Yeah,
know?
but like my man
Yeah.
Q said, CG artists are getting to the point they don't like working for Marvel.
mm.
I mean, it's a privilege, it's an honor, but you know, that's surface level. When you actually start doing the work, because they're not paid handsomely as they should be. They should be paid more. Let's face it.
Right. Okay.
Because they're the true stars behind these movies besides the actors. The CG and the actors is what makes the movie happen. But Disney is a machine, y'all, and they don't care. All they care about those receipts at the very end. Oh, we made that kind of money. It was worth it.
Okay.
Wow.
They don't care.
Yeah.
I worked on some of the rotoscoping on Captain America, the first Avenger. So like when he was skinny, like with his head like this, you know what I'm saying? You had the skinny body. All it was a basic swap in the head, and you know, it's a skinny guy and you just had his guy. But like I worked on that one. I worked long hours, but it wasn't crazy. And this was at the beginning of Marvel too. So it wasn't like pump it out, pump it out, pump it out, pump it out. You know what I'm saying? So I had time working it, and it was a pleasant experience. But like my friends that are still over there now, they say it's just like it's not pleasant at all. It's hell. People are leaving. They're even going back to architectural work, or you know what I'm saying, working in the automotive industry doing CG, because they say the schedule for Marvel, you know, especially is just it's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, the TV series has really been the downfall, I think. This past
Thank you.
Right. I agree.
Before then, like Q was saying, you know, Captain America, or you know, that first 10 years phase we got was maybe 2-3 movies maximum a year. That was it. And that's still a lot. Don't get me wrong, from one studio, that's a lot. Especially superhero movies. But like now, it's like 10 series a year, 3 movies. Like you were saying, just like pumping like a machine, not stopping.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like an assembly line, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But then these shows and movies, I think the biggest criticisms that we all give these movies recently is like the CG's terrible. And that's not the fault. I think we sometimes might forget that. I'll hold my hands up. Sometimes I might forget that for sure. But obviously, I don't know the conditions. Like Q's point out in this like talk, he's been like, "Look, this is the conditions they're under."
Wow.
You know, but that's the forefront of audience mind. They're like, "Wow, like that Neymar scene." I was like, "That's like," I said to Richard, "It's like a PS3,
like a PS3 game."
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, well, hopefully they get their shit together, man. Because if they're gonna continue going like this, the future's gonna look bleak, and DC's gonna surpass their ass. Because right now, the way DC's look like they're making some moves. They're playing ass in the back. They're about to come up with some shit, especially with Superman, with Henry Cavill coming back. So, Marvel got a little comfortable, man. They better step their shit up.
And now they got James Gunn. Come on now.
Yeah.
Right.
They about to get real busy.
Right. So all the people that's gonna leave Marvel, like DC's like, hey, come over here, we got a home for you.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Hey, I got a question for everybody.
Yeah.
I think we all agree when Sherry got to the mantle and she became Black Panther, we were all happy and we was praying and we was praising her. But yo, could she really fight that damn good against him?
No.
I was like,
I didn't think so either.
Yeah.
And that fight on the beach was lackluster. I'm like, the way they were cutting back and forth, I'm like, man, Ryan, did you do this, or was this second unit director? I'm like,
I was about to say probably second unit director.
It was
kind of.
I'm like, man,
she was very unbelievable. Like I forgot which one of y'all said it, but could have put some padding in there or something to jump her up a little bit. You know?
She was
when she was flipping around on the side of that big old ship, I'm like,
I'm not.
Hell, Chadwick Boseman couldn't do that shit. Is she doing it?
Well, because you know the thing about T'Challa, you know the character of T'Challa, he's like fluent in like about 20 different martial arts. So the guy's an athlete. He's a martial artist, and Shuri on the other hand was the tech genius. You know what I'm saying? So if she did have training, I don't know. Like they never really hinted to the fact that she was a trained fighter, but T'Challa was actually a trained fighter. You know.
Yes.
So the fact that she was able to do what she did, I'm like, The herb don't make you do all that. Now the herb,
You
it's
sit
not
down
like
and
the
do all
next
that.
they plug the shit in the back like I know kung fu. Nah.
Or maybe, hey, y'all, maybe it's like Meteor Man. She take the herb and touch her book and learn karate.
Oh my God.
The Meteor Man.
Robert
Yes.
Townsend powers.
Yeah, you gotta take it to Media Man.
Oh
The first black superhero movie.
Yeah.
Oh my
Not
goodness.
with the pork on the glasses. Yes.
Yeah. Golly.
No, it wasn't believable at all how she was fighting Namor
Right.
like that.
I agree. Yeah, like that first, like whenever we've seen Shuri before this movie,
Yeah.
I just want to quickly add to you, is like we've always seen her shoot a blaster of some
Mhm.
sort, like some kind of like some kind of weapon.
Right.
In other words, in this movie, as soon as she takes that herb, she punches that one person into the wall, and like Blacktastic point out perfectly. Since then, she can learn all these moves.
Yeah.
It's, like,
Right.
unrealistic.
Exactly. It came with the
Right.
suit. Right.
Against
like
this
you
guy
said.
who's like this as well. I was like, nah, get the hell
Nah.
out of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mike. Yeah, because the end game where you see everybody fighting, you see her with the choo-choo, choo-choo, choo-choo. That's what he did.
Right.
Right.
How she-
Get the fuck out of here. All right, so before we wrap this up, wrapping this up the spoiler review. So now with the future of Black Panther, like somebody said earlier, should probably focus on the son and him coming up, becoming you know the new Black Panther. So do you think they're gonna go that route, or do you think they're gonna like cave in and say let's just go ahead and recast him? Because I know that there's a lot of people saying recast, you know, even though there's a lot of people that say to just leave it as is. Don't recast him. So do you think they're gonna recast or just go the route of the son?
Well, man, I think with that mid-credit scene, they're going to recast because there's another T'Challa and go through his teenage years, and there's some good actors out there that can fill that role, man. Like Denzel's son, homeboy that plays the Falcon. What's his name? And Black Adam.
Aldous Hodge. Yeah,
man. There's some good black actors I can see and go like, you know what? That's a good replacement. I'm cool with that. So hopefully they go that route. I mean, I was against it at first, but now I see how it hurt the film.
Yeah. Well, T'Challa, man, come on. Like T'Challa's just as big as Peter Parker or Reed Richards. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a staple in the Marvel universe. So you can't have a Black Panther without T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, in the comics, Shuri was temporarily Black Panther until he took over the reins again. But T'Challa is Black Panther. You have to. That's Bruce Wayne Batman. You have to have T'Challa.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way around that.
Right.
Yep. I think they're gonna go with the son route as well. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll have T'Challa, like you said. I think the next one you'll see him. He'll be a little bit older to do more training and things like that. It's just, I think it's a smart way to recast T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? Because it's coming from, it's a legacy with it. And I think this film, at least the beginning and the end of this first film, is just to basically pay respect to Chadwick Boseman, really. And then you got to carry on the legacy if you want to move this franchise forward. They'll recast him like that as the son, I think, and they'll find a great young black actor to play him. I mean, like you said, like Blacktastic, there's plenty of talented black actors that can take on this mantle. And I wouldn't mind it like that either. Even they recast him here, I've been like, oh man, it sucks he's not here, but I would have went with the movie. But I kind of give respect to Coogler that he did pay respect to the actor. So I guess would not recasting him in this one at least. But Black Panther will return, like I said, at the end credits. So we'll see him, I think, in the next movie.
Yeah. Well, next time, give us a more exciting movie, man, because I can only think of 3 action scenes in here.
We all had the same one.
That was good. You know what I'm saying? Some of that shit was so boring. Because I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I'm not liking this right now. I was getting to a point where I'm like, I'm not liking this movie. But luckily, when it started picking up, I said, okay, I'm feeling this again. But I did go through like maybe a 10 or 15 minute stretch where I'm like, yo, this shit's corny. You know what I'm saying?
And what's funny is none of the best parts involve Black Panther in this movie that we like.
Right.
Think about that.
That is true. That is true.
Facts.
That's true.
Facts. So so Marvel, Brian, I hope y'all listening, huh?
Well, yeah. Well, just a short thing is, I think the first film flows better as an actual movie because you actually invested what's going on with Killmonger and how he's the rightful heir.
Okay, exactly.
You know, things like this. And in Wakanda, I think the first movie is just better, better made film with some subpar action in the first movie. There's some all right action scenes, but like, you know what I'm saying, that end when they're flipping around the cat CG world, like nah, you know, like we ain't, we don't ride with that.
You're not falling for that.
You know?
The banana in the tailpipe. Yeah. We wasn't falling for that.
Not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Right.
Oh, I like this here. It makes sense to use Kang as the catalyst to skip time so we can see T'Challa Jr.'s older version of himself. That'll be dope.
Hell yeah, that'd be dope.
I was wondering that, because Q was saying about like having the son version. I would have liked that as well because it makes an interesting dynamic. Being like, okay, so how's the head of Wakanda going to accept T'Challa's had a son they don't know about, or he's been out all the way in Haiti, I think it was, all this time living, and are they going to be accepting that, or are they going to be like, sorry, no, like that, it's not accepted here, kind of thing, you know? But if Kang does skip time, that makes sense to bring in an older actor, of course. But the interesting question I've got for you guys is, what do you think they're going to do with M'Baku? Because at the end of the movie, he stands in that kind of, that scene in the first movie where it's like looks like a copy and paste of loads of people just stood on that.
Right. Where they fight for the crown. Yeah, I was confused about that too. Yeah.
Okay. That scene.
Because I'm also very worried.
M'Baku was like, "I'm fighting for the throne," and that's the last scene we see of him in this movie.
Yeah, I think what happens is she stepped down as Black Panther. She's still the queen, but she has the power to anoint, I guess, the next Black Panther without fighting, I guess. And I guess he is the next in command, right? Because Homegirl's not the general no more. The queen is dead. So she probably said, look, you're my number 2. I'm gonna go to Haiti and go kick it with my girl. While I'm gone, you are the new Black Panther. And there was nobody to challenge him because she wasn't gonna do it. So that's the only thing I can think of.
Well, in this movie, that Winston Duke M'Baku was huge.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Hope they've got a custom suit for that guy.
I was just thinking that.
He was
he's a big dude.
Yeah,
when he's just sat in his own, when she makes that grand entrance from the rooftops, when he sat on that throne, I was like, I didn't realize that guy's that big.
Exactly.
He's a big guy, man. And that's why it was they had to show Neymar's strength by because Neymar punked him like. Right, and then Neymar straight up sunned him. You know what I'm saying? in slow motion, so you see the armor slowly dismantle and everything. Like, damn, okay.
He laid there for a while, going, whoo.
I mean, Ryan Coogler said the MCU version of Neymar is the strongest Thor, and when he's underwater, is strong as the Hulk. Which I think is comic accurate. The longer he's in the water, the stronger he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so as long as he's wet, he'll fuck you up.
Right.
But once he gets dry,
So basically, he's the same as a Jerry curl. When it's wet, it's fresh. It puts in work. But when that motherfucker dry up,
it ain't got nothing.
Hey,
Hollywood shuffle.
Was that soul blow driver? Boy, for that.
Come on, man.
It'd be like Black Task. Wait, what was that when Keaton Ivory Wayans had the Jerry curl? He kept having to spray the shit over and over.
That was a Hollywood shuffle.
Hollywood shuffle. Yeah.
He had the whip like this. And the Jerry curls.
I know. Trust me, I know.
He had dancing power. Had all the ladies. When that shit dried up, the women left, and he couldn't fight, couldn't dance.
Right. Yo, that was a fucking catalyst for Neymar.
Yeah. Neymar that Jerry curl juice.
That's the South Bro.
For sure, man. So I guess next movie they're gonna pick up after that, like as far as him fighting for the throne or whatever. So, could it be Shuri? Maybe Shuri will come back. Like, I guess when she realized she has a nephew, now she'll
probably go back.
Yeah, she'll probably go back and challenge him to a fight, which would be funny as hell. Be watching a Chihuahua fight a fucking Rottweiler. You know, I don't know if that's gonna work.
I don't know how that would work either, because it got to be.
They got some work to do.
Yeah, some type of feel on there. Something.
Well, I tell you what else left me disappointed, because I know y'all heard the rumor too that Dr. Doom was supposed to make an appearance here, and then there was even some rumors in the treatment. They said that Doom was the reason why T'Challa died, and that was going to be revealed later on. Yes, that was going to make him the next big baddie because he was responsible for T'Challa's death. But
that would have been dope.
That'd have been crazy. But Doom was never mentioned. I'm like, damn. So I stayed all the way to the end. Like after the mid-credit, I stayed to the very, very end, and they gave us nothing. No Doom, no nothing. I said, fuck, man.
No Doom yet.
I'm sad. Yeah, I'm still tripping about that. Like, but I mean, but overall, like, you know, to wrap things up, you know, I thought it was okay. If I watch it again, I know I'm gonna fall asleep again. So most likely, when I watch it again, I'm just gonna fast forward to the good parts, and I'll probably never sit through the whole movie in its entirety. Kind of like Endgame, you know. Endgame was cool, but when I watch Endgame, I go right to the end.
Yeah, because Thursday I went to a screener by myself, but I'm gonna leave here in about 20 minutes. I'm taking a fan bam, so because my daughter needs to see these women on screen. You know what I mean? And my son needs to see these women on screen too. So I'm gonna share this with my kids. And so I'm gonna go say it one more time. At least now I know when to go to the bathroom.
Listen, and one thing too, we never mentioned her, but shout out to Lupita Nyong'o, man. Golly. I'm not gonna get too nasty here because we have a lady here, so I'm not gonna get too crazy with it. But Lupita Nyong'o,
I have to know, did you slide in those DMs?
Not yet. I didn't get drunk enough yet. Not yet. I didn't get drunk enough yet.
You didn't get drunk enough?
You didn't get enough liquid courage to slide.
I'm gonna get enough liquid courage to be like, look at Lupita, let me tell you something, baby.
Right.
Black perfection.
I'm not Puerto Rican. Yes, I am black. And if you give me the chance, I don't know what I mean. Once the alcohol kicks in, I'll come up with something creative, you know. right now, I wouldn't know what to say to her. But yeah, she is beautiful.
Oh, I know what to say, baby. I drink your bath water and I suck the towel dry.
Man.
I kiss your feet.
Man,
whatever.
Look, what I say, finer than frog hair, sweeter than baby.
I got you.
Shit,
she's a very beautiful woman.
Beautiful,
man,
beautiful. I told my son, I said, that's my girlfriend. He said, you like her better than Tori? I said, man, I ain't thinking about Tori right now. Okay, we're thinking about it's about Lupita.
Not in the same universe.
Not in the same universe. Oh man! All right, so closing thoughts, man. We're gonna go around closing thoughts, man. So Lovelee, we're gonna start with you. Anything last that you want to say about the movie? Any last thoughts or whatever's on your mind?
Well, I definitely enjoyed this time together talking about it. I think we have a lot of the same, perspectives on the movie, which I really did like. I am looking forward to seeing the next generation of Panther coming up, the son coming up. That is something I really am looking forward to. And even though it wasn't that good this time, I still would give it another try. I still would do it. I still would do it again. Yeah. So I do want to say that. And thanks so much for inviting me.
No doubt. Loved having you here. All right, Mike, what's up, man? Closing thoughts. What you got, bro?
Yeah, I think overall, like Lovelee said, it was great. Like it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Again, definitely the best project they've done this year so far. I'd probably watch it again. Not in any rush to do so, being honest. But yeah, I think a little bit down the line. Yeah, I'll be down. One thing I was always trying to highlight is we all did Black Panther reviews. So by the way, anyone watching, go check out all of our reviews. But on Lovely's review, one thing I loved is she's just talking about the movie. She's getting energetic and just cuts in like, "Hey guys, I'm in the toilet break right now."
Man.
We're going back to the movie.
Woo!
I cracked up.
We need to rejuvenate.
Yeah, I feel you. I was snoring my ass off, man. I feel you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Nah, definitely, no doubt, man, no doubt. All right, Blacktastic, final thoughts.
Man, like I said in my review, I thought this was black excellence. Cooler did an amazing job with the menu he was handed. I look more of it as a film of take the superhero stuff out. It's a well-crafted film. It looks beautiful. It's tremendously acted. So it gets an A+ in that level. But I guess on the superhero level, it takes a couple of notches down.
Mhm.
But I'm judging it on the fact that it's an incredible black cast, black filmmaker, and it's #1 at the box office. It made a ton of money. So me as a man of color, I'm a proud man right now.
Right.
Very proud.
Good
Awesome.
stuff, man.
I am too.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Mm.
All right. Last but not least, my man Q.
Oh man, yeah. Like I said, this movie, like at the beginning, had me emotionally invested, or it made me feel some type of way I never felt in film. And of course, I watch film every day. So like for that movie to do that, and then to have a theater as somber and quiet. I mean, it was like we was watching The Quiet Place again. It was so silent for that moment of silence for Chadwick Boseman, and that made something special. It went beyond film. At that point, it was something else. Screw the superhero stuff. It was something. It was something in those frames that just made it really, really special. The rest of the movie, I think it's like Blacktastic said. I think Coogler crafts some hell of a shots in this film. The score is pretty good, even though it's a mixed bag with the script. I still enjoy this movie, and I will probably still buy this one on 4K Blu-ray to watch it again one day. So thanks for having me, man. It's one of the best movies in Phase 4 if we taking it superhero wise. You know what I'm saying? I'll watch it again. I'm not kudos over the moon with it, but I respect Coogler and I respect his filmmaking talents and the cast here as well.
Right.
And R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. So thanks for having me once again, bro.
Damn, preach Q.
Right.
Preach.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
Shit, man. Look at if we was in church, I'll be throwing stuff at you like you better preach it. You better preach it, Pastor. Oh man, we got Perez just stepped in here. My theater went from talking about before the movie and during the trailer, so straight up silence once it started. Yeah.
Hey Perez.
Yeah.
What up, Perez?
Right. Sorry, Mr. Stream, y'all, but I know it was a great stream with this lineup. That's all right. Well, that's why they got the replay. All right. And I'm gonna quiz you to make sure you watched it.
Not the quiz.
I'm gonna quiz you and stand out. What do we say at the 20-minute mark? I know you wasn't watching it.
Jerry curl juice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna own this movie, man. I'm definitely gonna own it. But knowing me, the kind of person I am, I'm gonna go right to the parts where that I want to see. Yeah. Because I think I've only watched Endgame its entirety probably like twice, maybe 2 or 3 times. Because right now I got it queued up. If I put on Endgame right now, it's gonna go right to Thanos sitting down playing with the damn rocks. It goes right to that part. Yeah. You could live with your own failure. Where that brings you. Back to me. Right back to me. Yeah, leave those rocks now. I know what I must do. Love that shit. Love it. All right, so y'all, we about to head out of here. So real quick, everybody, plug in your channel, what you got coming up. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on? So Q, we're gonna start with you. You have anything coming up on your channel?
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing a couple videos. I'm thinking about doing my just physical media. I don't buy that much anymore, so I only buy the ones I really truly love. So I think I'm gonna put Top Gun 4K Blu-ray up against Nope. You know what I'm saying? See which the better of the two, visually wise and sound wise, looking at them. And I think I'm just gonna go over the series Atlanta as a whole since it's now ended. So yeah.
The series is over with?
Yeah, it's over with. You gotta watch the Goofy episode. Rashad G. Did you see it? Oh my God, the Goofy episode. It's just an anthology part. It don't have nothing to do with it, but it has to do about the Goofy movie and how it's the blackest movie of all time.
Oh, I heard about that. I did hear about that. Yeah. Yo, so I got to catch up on the whole, because I did say I wouldn't wait till the series is over with and then start Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna definitely jump on that. All right, cool. So Blacktastic, what you got coming up?
As of recently, I dropped a joint early this morning, behind the scenes look at my film that came out 2 weeks ago. What have I done? Nice little tidbits and stuff in that. So definitely check that out. And I'm about to head out of here in 5 minutes. Go check out Black Panther for a second time. Okay. And I'm in the middle of watching the Cowboy game. So you know what I'm doing.
Okay.
The Cowboys. The Cowboys.
Oh, the Giants. Hey, the Giants won. So y'all look good, man.
Yeah, thank you. I haven't watched the game this year yet, so I feel like a traitor as a fan, but
I hear you.
Lions are trash.
All right. So, Mike, what you got coming up, my man?
Yeah, so at some point tomorrow or Tuesday, I've got a Shutter Screener review for a movie called Slashback coming out.
Okay.
I've got For Love of Money, the Michael J. Fox filmography I'm carrying on.
Okay.
And something I'm bringing to the channel very shortly is once a month I'm going to do a specialized Back to the Future live stream.
Oh, okay.
Where I talk about a different topic in Back to the Future and have like guests on. So yeah, so I've got coming up.
Okay, all right. And Lovelee, what about you? What you got coming up?
Okay, you guys. Well, you know, this is not my genre, which is anything scary or horror, but the new Interview with a Vampire series that came out, it's on AMC Plus streaming. And at first, I'll be honest, you know, from seeing it with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, I was like, oh, okay, it was good way back then. So now, you know, they did a race switch on him. You know, he's a black man and he is, you know, he's not the interviewed vampire, but he's actually the vampire, and he was changed from Lestat. So I want to incorporate that in. I am going to do that about this series because it tackles so many things. It tackles race. It tackles sexuality. It was something really good that I did not expect, and I think people need to check it out.
Sweet, nice. You
That's
got me sold on it.
Vampire.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna take much time because I know Blacktastic said you got to head out, man. So as far as myself, I just dropped a video for the new Sly Stallone series called Tulsa King. The first episode, I recommend you watch that. If you're a Sly Stallone fan, I think you're gonna love it. He plays a gangster. Okay. So he talks like Rocky, but he has a New York accent with it. It's funny as hell. Like, you know how Rocky talks like, hey, yo, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll fight Apollo, maybe I won't. But this one, he's like, hey, yo, get the fuck out of my face, you know? Like, is he talking with a New York accent?
How did he do that? Right.
It was crazy, yeah. So I recommend Tulsa King. So I just dropped that video. Then, of course, the video for Black Panther, non-spoiler to this spoiler discussion. And that's it. And that's all for now. All right. So thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you, Blacktastic, Q, Lovelee, Mike, for joining me. Appreciate y'all. And by the way, I put all their links in the description here, so make sure you subscribe to all of their channels. All right, and that's it. And that's all. All right, so peace out. We are gone.
See ya.
Peace.
In a minute.
All right.